Here's an updated video. This time I actually remembered to put a light. 10100 fast Ethernet, 2950 series switch. My fiber broke. Still works, I just need to get one with the clips not broken. Okay, so it goes in this way. You know, I'll figure that out later. Then I got this 10100 switch, also 2950 series, just different type. And this one is my management interfaces. I only have one hooked up right now. And that fiber goes to my fiber switch here, which is 3550 series, which this fiber comes from. All the fibers do. Then you got my router, which is a 29. Well, I thought it was a 2951, but here it says 2911. So he sent me the wrong one. And so this link here, I shoved it up underneath to get it out of the way, but it actually connects to number 12 here on the fiber switch. And this one here connects to that and goes to my gigabit switch, which eventually will get a SFP fiber fitting, so I can have an LC to SC fiber. I think that's LC. I know this is SC, so SC. And then it'll be like, I think that's what SFP uses. Then you got my Dell PowerEdge R710. Currently not doing anything, still has that SSD in it that's like 240 gigabytes. May do something with that at some point. My Dell PowerEdge R820 still has the same setup as before. I'm thinking about getting 2 more 500 gigabyte drives and setting it in RAID 1 and then adding them to this pool, so that way I have, it's basically JBOD across from here to here, and then there's 3 groups of 500, so that's 1.5 terabytes about. And then this is the NetApp I was showing you guys before. It's a DS2246, and that will, once I get that, that's for additional storage. I currently use, these are just set up in a RAID 0, and well, actually more JBOD, they're just JBOD. It's for a Minecraft server, and then I can expand it. I figured that works pretty well. And then you just lose whatever parts of the world were on whatever hard drive it is, and then you can have it regenerate those areas pretty easily. My 10 terabyte drive, 4 terabyte drive, 1, 2, 3, 4 1 terabyte drives. These are 450 gigabyte drives, and then now I have another 300 gigabyte drive here, and they're SAS drives. So SAS looks a lot like SATA, but see right here, there's no space between the power and data lines. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm not actually have anything on that I'm using that drive for at the moment. And then we'll go around back. Actually, this is my Windows XP point of sale machine that I'm using to update my DNS for DDNS for my website, which I don't have set up yet. It's running a Pentium 4. I think it has about a gig of RAM, maybe less. I don't really know. It has whatever amount of RAM I had available at the time that was compatible. this is a crappy basement router. It doesn't have to be all that good, and that's what I'm using for my for downstairs Wi-Fi. It hasn't given me any trouble yet. And then I get back behind it. This fan here, normally running, makes some noise. And, helps pull air out of this wooden server cabinet I built. And then it's really dark back there, but I have all my cable mess back there. It would be nicer when I have an actual rack. My UPS battery backup, only 350 about watts going through that one. But I have my old living room TVs there. The actual wattage is right there currently. Oops. And the UPS kicks in. All the lights are out, except for that one. Except for this light, which I have on UPS. Here's this here. It's that I was planning to put this at the bottom of that, but it took up too many spots. My workstation currently running a Mac, I know, has its own issues. Other than that, not much going on. I got a bunch of these little short Ethernet cables from Patchen. When I eventually get to that point, because I have this hatch panel, but until I get to the other place, I have no reason to use that. It's kind of chilly outside, but I guess I can show you. I have more stuff. Yeah, I'm not very good at this whole thing. Barely understand how to videotape on my phone. I use an older camera, but I don't have a way of hooking it up to my computer. So, my 14-foot trailer full of junk. I think I have dot matrix printers and Apple IIs and a bunch of other stuff like that. I hope to, once I get enough money for opening my own hobby space, I plan to actually use some of this stuff. Printer, I think that's from I don't remember which one that is. Well, here's a iMac, keyboards, bunch of junk. I think that's a dot matrix printer. Another dot matrix printer, I think. The camera thing to record whatever you like. It's for a overhead projector. A K Pro 4. That one I know is a dot matrix printer. An old TiVo. Some 8-track tapes that probably shouldn't be out here. I think that's my Commodore Cobalt or whatever. This here is the monitor for that. And I have a bunch of cash register for some reason. No money in it. bunch of these Avaya phones. This is really what I wanted to come out here and show you. It's it's a Catalyst 4506, and it also will connect via fiber to my other equipment. It doesn't actually say on it if it's 850 nanometers, so I don't know if it would work with it. But if it isn't, I can always... Well, actually it says 10G base, so that's probably faster. But as mine is gigabit, and I think 10G is 10 gigabit. But got a Gold Star monitor back there, ironing table. I used to have a lot more stuff. Like I have another one of these right here, over there. But yeah, this thing I got for free from a trash can. It doesn't work. Needs new belts. It's a real shame that all this stuff has to sit out here because I don't have room in the house. But if I just had enough money, that's what I would do. I'd move all this stuff nice and neatly, organize it so people would come to my hobby space. And there's a car alternator for my 1967 conversion van. But basically, if I had enough money to set up basically it's a hobby space where people can come and use the equipment. I can get this thing locked. There. So they would come and use old equipment, and they could learn more about it, play with it, or even, depending on how much money I would have, I could even buy more equipment, maybe even some newer stuff. And that would be kind of cool. And then I also plan to become involved in the archive project, and then Fold at Home and a few other like community projects. But that's a ways away because I gotta get money first for a place I can rent so I can actually move there. The battery's dying on my phone, so I guess I'll have to cut it short here.